And then, it was over. With the Archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come. But the Blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its queen.
I mean, Alistair's also king.
Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
Alistair's friendship. Yeah. Because it would show Alistair otherwise.
My
oh,
friends,
he's there.
We are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation. The one who led the charge against the Archdemon and killed it remains with us still. An inspiration to all, he saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the hero of Ferelden. The first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. Grey Warden, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon you might request of Ferelden's queen? Very well. My people seem to forget the plight of yours all too easily, do we not? Let it be known that Ferelden hereby offers its full military support to the new King of Orzammar, and will aid in reclaiming the parts of the deep roads it has lost. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhow, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens? Of course. Know that you are always welcome in court should you decide to return. There is a group of eager Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you are ready.
Okay. Well, let's see if Alistair has anything to say.
I don't think we have much to say to one another. You killed the Archdemon, well done. The Grey Wardens seem to be mighty curious as to just how you managed to pull that off without dying. See, that's what I told them. Look, you made me king, and I'm grateful. And Duncan would have been happy the Blight is over. I know you're leaving anyhow. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Until then, you'd best get on with your procession. Your adoring public awaits.
Okay. So that could have ended things worse, right?
Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations, Warden. I must admit that while I did not share my father's pessimism regarding the Grey Wardens, I had my doubts that such a small number of you could be victorious. Yet here you are. The Maker smiles upon you, or so they are saying. Luck and destiny are two branches off the same tree. Tell me something. Is Alistair always like that? And he may yet be a good king. To be honest, he has surprised me with his eagerness. Still, his jokes, if one can call him that, are already giving me headaches. Oh well. His heart is in the right place. In that he reminds me of Cailan, which is no failing. Now I see Arl Eamon gesturing to me. There is more work to be done. I must take my leave of you, I fear. Enjoy the rest of the celebration, Warden. I shall speak to you again before the day is done.
Okay. So, yeah, obviously Morrigan's gone.
So it appears that Riordan was wrong. I find it difficult to believe that he deliberately misled us. Have you another explanation for what happened? I should have known. The witch disappeared not long after the battle and has not been seen since. I assume this was expected. Still, the Orlesian Grey Wardens have been persistent in their questions. I intend to keep any thoughts on the matter to myself. I understand you're leaving soon. I've been tapped to lead the Grey Warden recruitment efforts here in Ferelden. Anora's influence, no doubt. I would have preferred she not interfered. So it appears. Allow me to say before I go that you've earned my respect. Odd that I ended up here saying that, but there it is. Return to your celebration. Perhaps we shall meet again.
Perhaps.
So it survived after all. My impression that all creatures made of flesh were hopelessly squishy was, premature. No doubt. It has proven to me, however, that fleshiness does not automatically mean squishiness. It has made me revise my opinion of its kind, my kind. I am, or at least was, a dwarf. A creature of flesh. I have to keep reminding myself that. In fact, I think I may even try to become one again. I have decided to travel north to Tevinter. The Circle of Magi in Minrathruus has the largest collection of arcane knowledge in Thedas, or so I'm told. If it is possible to reverse this process, then the knowledge to do so will be there, or that is my hope. And if not, then I will keep looking. I have nothing if not time, yes? That is tempting, very tempting, but no, this is something I must do. I intend to return eventually, unless I finally decide to destroy all pigeons everywhere. That may take a while, but otherwise I will come back. If it happens to one day see a tiny little dwarf who appears very nervous of being squished, that will be me. Until then, I wish it well. You have been a fine friend.
That's sweet. I like that.
Ah, glorious! You've really showed these humans something. Took down the Blight practically single-handed. I'm not just here to witness the whole human spectacle, however. The Assembly contacted me with a message for you. I guess they figured once a manservant, always a manservant. Ah, I don't mind. Thing is, we've both been given leave to return to Orzammar. Apparently. I went down with you. Seems I rise back up with you too. Seems your brother's mighty grateful for what you did. We've been restored to House Iduken. Full rights and everything. And the Assembly is considering naming you a Paragon. Getting the humans to help Orzammar like you did, that should make it a lock. Not a bad change from an exiled murderer, no? Congratulations, my friend. So, you think you might head back home? To tell them of the humans coming at the very least. Good. And I would be proud to take up my old position if you'll have me. At any rate, I'll let the humans get back to their dwarf worship. Still makes me smile to hear them talk.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you. Eventually, with Taliesin dead, it may take them time to figure out what has happened, but they are like the tides, predictable. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker. While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on leaving soon. Is that true? You tend to get up to interesting things. You meet interesting people and then you kill them. I'm game to tag along if you are. And I promise not to get you into too much trouble. Well, no more than you get me into, anyhow. Well then, since we're going to be leaving together, we can speak after you have been sufficiently paraded in front of the populace. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow.
Bastard. Yeah, but that sounds cool. Like, you know, have Zevran and Gorham come back to Orzammar with me. You know, like, that sounds great. And, you know, if you're worried about the Antivan Crows, Orzammar is probably the safest place to be, because an Antivan Crow assassin would stick out like a sore thumb over there, so it would probably be harder for them to come after, right? Oh, look, they're all gathered. Oh, he's got his girl, too. Nice.
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is actually good. Orzammar ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure. I don't know. Maybe eventually. I'm getting used to that big sky up there. And I'm thinking I might just look up Felsi again. See where that goes. Ha! I'll drink to that. Ah, well. Enough babbling. That pot-bellied son of a whore Tegan said I'd pass out before drinking an entire barrel of pickle juice. I aim to prove him wrong. It's been good traveling with you, Warden. Don't get lost in the shuffle now.
I thought that was his girl, like right here, but apparently not. Can't talk to the dog. And, Arl Eamon, you can't speak to him either. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, you can.
It is over. I can barely believe it. You stopped the Civil War and then defeated the Blight. On behalf of Ferelden, allow me to say thank you. It truly cannot be said enough. So I'm learning. It's too bad that you aren't remaining here in the capital. The hero of Ferelden would have influence, but I understand. Myself, I will be remaining here to help Alistair. Tegan will take over the rule of Redcliffe, at least for the time being. Connor seems well enough, and Isolde refuses to speak of what happened. She says she never wants to go back. I cannot thank you enough for saving them. They are the joy of my existence. Tell me, have you noticed anything strange about the lad? He seems quiet. Ah, you are no doubt correct. It is my imagination.
He wasn't possessed, so I don't know why that dialogue.
I shall let you get back to your celebration, Warden. Enjoy it while you can.
The dialogue implies that he just said that he was possessed, like he's acting strange, but no, we did like the best ending possible for that quest, and we have Sten, who's the last person we're talking to, which is strange, but
it is good to see you again, Kadan. These people, they call you hero. It is a strange word, but I think I understand its meaning. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Qunari to be Cunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Qun. A living Cunoran Vel would be too proud. When a Cunoran Vel is declared, certainly. It is one of few occasions when the Qunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness. Yes. Were I too weak to protect myself, I suppose I would also be vastly relieved to have a hero save the day. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you. Yes, it will be difficult to travel alone, after so much time spent with companions. It must be said, you found my sword and gave me a chance to restore my honor. I owe you a great debt. It has. That one of the Baz, a foreigner, would become known as Kadan to me. Unthinkable. Yet here it is. Perhaps I shall see you again one day. Until then, may you always find the path you seek. Farewell, Kadan.
And there we have Dragon Age Origins.
Are you ready, my lord? The crowds outside are getting restless. Just put in an appearance, so I understand it. The people just want to see their hero in person. I'm supposed to take you to your escort, full brigade, their armor all shined up and everything. They're really honored to be guarding you, let me tell you. Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.